So you're always looking at a destination to make you happy, but not realizing that your true happiness comes from within, not without.
Mike, I get that, and I love that. And Rix, you can help me answer this one, because my boy, kuna ingoma Beyonce aliimba akisema who runs the world, girls, unajua hiyo yote boy afanyagi ati. I mean, when we were younger, or rather most of us are still young, when we are still young, yeah. Kuna hii aspect ya ni huyo dem, as in hata hiyo gari unataka kubai, si ati Juliani haezi drive Paso, lakini akidrive BMW ni hiyo Juliani iko ni capital, ni Julian, unajua? So how would you, I mean, Riggs, what would you tell young guys that are watching and they're saying, you know what, maybe they're stuck in this situation where, unajua saa zingine ni kama ile ukiwaga high school uko unaambia kwa soma kem, but then unajua form 4 inafikaga na inaisha, unasema ni 4 years ndasoma, unajua, you think kuna time, unajua. So what would you tell young guys in terms of, okay, this is how we handle our successes, how we handle our failures, but better yet, how do you invest in yourself first, so that when I see Mike with a fine mama, I'm not trying to be Mike. I'm understanding that Mike is in that level that he can afford this mama. Me, I'm not there. Let me drive my Paso. When God blesses me and gives me a BMW like Mike, then I'm happy.
You use the word afford.
If I can afford it, then I'll take it. What would you say to young guys?
I think we have to be practical with the realities that young people go through.
Yeah.
And I'll use this guy's example, because I also grew up with his music.
Yeah.
I started listening to Juliani when he had no hair in his head. Yeah? Then Juliani got into gospel music, and around 2006 I was in Form 3. He chucked Mta Mentality.
Yeah.
It was a huge song.
Fact.
And this guy, I come to see him in Campo, Daystar.
Yeah.
Amekuja hapo na Benz. Amechapa show mbaya sana. Yenye mimi hata sikuwa boda chuo by the way. Nilikonga discola, lakini show umse sikuwa ni hate. Unaona? So ilikuwa mimi atakanda rudi home saa 7. Mimi ni mwana umse.
True.
Na cheki. But from the outside, as a young guy, epitome ya success and wealth, ama vitu tuko kwa poa, ilikuwa ni nini? Wale influencers wangu wenye ninaona wana speak to me.
True.
Na cheki. And this guy used to speak to me, But the other reality is, even as I was growing up personally, is I don't know his problems.
True.
I don't know his problems. I don't know Beyonce's problems. I don't.
Inaitwa Solange.
Hey, mimi sijui. Nikiona saa hii Lotan, wewe hata ulianza kuwa celeb ukiwa mapema, ukiwa miangu chuo. Mimi sikuwa najua shida zako, naona tu wewe umeenda US, sijui nini. Naona Lotan bana, Lotan. Mimi niko chuo nina hustle, sijui mimi hata baadhi hata sikomada kampo venye unaniona hapo. So I was like, what am I going to do with my life? But if there's anything that taught me a lesson, it was I like the biblical analogy for this one. God asked Moses, what do you have in your hand?
True.
Sasa kusema nini? Kuna hii bakora. Me, I asked myself, what do I have? What do I have? I had words. Gift yangu ilikuwa words. Nikasema, this is what I will work on. So, because I couldn't finish campus and my parents were fighting at home, what did I do? I'd go to Daystar. Because I couldn't go to class, I'd go to the comms lab.
True.
Nikajifunza kublog, nikajifunza Facebook, social media. Hizo time Twitter ilikuwa geni huku by the way, watu walikuwa hata nini inaendelea. Nikafungua kama blogs kama 5. I had a lot to say. Moja sijui relationships, sijui ingine ya politics, sijui ingine ya nini. But sikuwa najua niko internship. I didn't know. But me, I was like, first of all, I'm expressing my true self, and I'm learning things with the resources I can have. So I'd go to campus, and I spend the whole day, niko comms lab, nikikuwa na don, naenda hapo cafeteria, na kula lunch, nini, jioni narudi tu mtaani na chill, nikaanza kujifunza Fruity Loops mtaani.
Comics.
Na make my beats, nini, just for fun. Daystar had a student radio.
Shine.
Yeah, Shine FM. So because I used to listen to Shine a lot, they started calling me to their show. And then they realized, this guy has a good voice. I see you co-host, you know. And I just showed up. After I finished Shine, KBC actually called me.
Oh, wow.
To do radio drama, not to be a presenter, to go perform poetry on radio, which is like a dream, you know. And for me, it is just that looking at my insides and accepting my environment. I accepted that, mzaa yako venye yako, masangu pali kuna penye yako, familia yetu iko pali iko, but mimi niko na life yangu. Naona? Hawa sana ulanga kwa TV wako pali wako. Juliani akitoa ngoma nitai-celebrate, nitai-risikiza, but I have my own reality. You see? So if I want to get out of the situations that I do not like, I have to come back to myself. That's just the only way out.
I like that.
I think essentially your point. Unaona kila mzee ndo.
Nafikiria hiyo mwana.
Tunajifanya tu hapa.
Ati tukitoka hapa tutampasha. But anyway, I mean, we've spoken about ladies, which I think, especially guys that are younger than even older, even our age, it's a massive issue. But I want us to talk about social media, and it's for guys. We've seen two sides of it, and I'll paint a picture. There's guys who are now proper influencers, find a job, they're building their business on social media, etc. and everything. But there are men now, social media in our chapa kiboko. Recently we've been seeing kuna mse fulani Nairobi akikupost kwa story zake. Zae unatuma text. Unasema, unajua kamenuka, and everything. And people are now out there trying to dig in knives at your back and everything. So what would you tell gentlemen how to wade in this murky waters that is social media? There's definitely the aspect of, okay, it's gonna make money for me, but it's definitely the kuna hii kitu wanaitaga major alisemaga ilianzaga na ilianza na selfie double tap ikaingia TBT alafu kutoka hapo vitu zinaendaga too south kabisa. What would you guys say about social media? And this one is for anyone.
Feed the demon and it will, if it has nothing else to eat, it will come and eat you.
Ati?
If you keep feeding the demon, the day itakuwa hungry na ina kula itakula.
Abu fafanua your statement.
I feel like and like you have to curate your life. But the problem is that you create, I like Americans are purposeful. Like for me when I'm online I'm purposeful. And I'm like I'm about to release an album, so I need to do certain I need to communicate.
There's a communications plan towards it.
Yeah, but if you look at my nini, I don't post certain things. Naza post chapo nikipika chapo, but hiyo ni sababu nataka kwa shopia mimi si mnyonge. Usinionanje hapa mimi mnyonge. I'm joking. But I'm just saying, like, whatever I feed online is what I choose to feed. Because the more you feed, the more wataanza ku. And it's funny, hiyo kitu inaitwa feed.
Oh, Twitter feed.
It's feeding.
Instagram, Facebook inaitwa feed. Zote zinaitwa feed. Unaona? So I'm like unaipata.
Hata mimi zaidi inaingia ina
So I'm like the issue is not the way we thought it was an extension of who you are. It's not.
Yeah.
Because it in a part of the loop. So the loop is you eat other people and then you eat other people. So ni kama deep sana niambie tu. Ni kama why is it that kuna issue na pollution, for example? It's because kuna dump site. Na inakaa hapo for years and then inakuwa toxic.
Yeah.
Sindio? But circular economy dictates that it has to go through process where kama ni plastic inaenda kwa inarecycliwa and then inakuwa healthy. So the whole system is healthy. Now, unfortunately, this whole system is not healthy because once you put in ule jamaa Zuckerberg and whatever decide for you what's important to you. So it's not ati umeput in alafu ina get back inakupatia. Umeput in trash atataka mikurudishie kitu poa. Ni literally unaput in trash alafu inakuongezea more trash. So inamaanisha we thought we were in control with social media and we thought that it's a tool that is powerful to us, and then it became something that is going to destroy us. So whoever is intentional and purposeful always inasaidia. But the majority who got there, why is it that ukiona wala wako na followers wengi ni wase wana do certain things particularly? Why is it? And mwenye Twitter mwenyewe ana followers wengi kuliko mtu mwingine. Mwenye Twitter I realize that wala watu wanado wala songe hata follow ndio wakupatianga man nuggets juu nini. Hawananga followers wengi. But certain person has more followers than and it's their hustle, do what they have to do. But I'm just saying that feed the demons.
It will come. It will
the
come.
day it will not have anything to eat, it will feed on you.
There are a couple of things for me with social media. I think what social media did was, first of all, give people a voice. Yeah. You remember Kitambo, when there was no social media, there were only particular people whose opinions mattered.
Yeah.
You know, Ka Juliani amesema, or you know, somebody else has said. You know, there were certain people who it's like they were talking on behalf of everyone.
Yeah.
But now you can talk on behalf of yourself. You can say anything, you know, and you have an audience to say whatever it is.
You have 10,000 people that are there to sit and listen to you.
But more importantly, I think what social media has also done is to give people a space to feel validated. Now, you are, for example, you are not a very popular person in your social circle, and you always used to feel left out. Nobody used to ask you for your opinion. Nobody used to tell you you're dressing nicely. You are not validated in any way. But suddenly you can get on social media and create an image of yourself that people will, you know, so now you start feeding off the likes and the retweets and, you know, the views and subscribers to validate you. So you start feeling like you are important and you matter. That's why that thing is like such a drug. That you'll post a picture and you'll get 5 likes and it depresses you the whole day. But you post a picture and you get 2,000 likes and 500 comments and you're like, I'm worth something.
Thank God.
And you feel like, I'm worth something.
Yeah.
And forgetting, these are not even people who know you. Hakujui. Tomorrow you'll be evicted from your house. None of these 2,000 girls watakuja hapo kusaidia. You know, but it gives a false sense of validation. And most of us as human beings want to be accepted, want to be loved, want to be validated. That is the drug of social media. That it gives you a false sense of love and, you know, importance and validates you.
I like
so that. So back to what Juliani is saying, if you don't understand that and you're not purposeful about what it is you're doing on social media, you'll fall into that trap very easily.
It's going to be like a cycle.
It's going to be a cycle and it's going to depress you because, for example, when you look on social media, nobody posts anything bad about
No, Mike,
themselves.
there's something you always tell me.
Yeah.
That the day you post deep quotes, you're here to change the world.
Yeah.
You get 4 likes. The day
you post nonsense, you get 20,000. But
because when it come up for, first of all,
yeah,
we have to be aware also. People came there for entertainment and to connect.
Yeah.
So
and even to escape.
So inamaanisha tukikama hapa hivi sasa hivi tunaongea, we are connecting in a deeper level as human beings. After hapo tutoka better. Either umelan kitu ama umehang, unaona tu. But beyond this space, ili kupromise, social media ili kupromise your high level of connection. So we assumed that kuna independence when unasema na there's no independence in the first place because why is something that kitu moja kitrend kila mtu lazima aifanye. If we thought
Jerusalem
if we thought that it's a place where you actually blossom and become you, why is it that you can only do what other people did? Na ile joke tuko naambia about
check peke yake.
lazima nijienjoy fast ndio niwarushie, unaona. I mean, earlier when I said about pastors, there's a generation of pastors who started having their wives on posters. Sindio? And if you have a pastor and you have a crusade and there's no picture of you and your wife, it doesn't make sense. Kwanza unakaa utangana na wife za watu. And then social media became like everybody has to have either dress up as a woman or have a chick on the side and a couple thing going on.
Couple goals.
Exactly. So why is it? If we thought that it brought up individuality and independence.
I want to connect what they both said, the thing about purpose and the thing about expression. And if I go back further down or earlier into our lives, so many of us looking for this acceptance. So many of us grew in very conservative homes. You get. Ulikuwa mtoi mtaani, mtoi ana sauti kijani. Budako akusikii, masako akusikii. You are there just to follow orders. You know. and you grow up angry, man, because who's listening to you? And you know, kids have a lot of things to express, and there are things also that you're not happy with at home, that you felt maybe mom did this way or dad this way, maybe alikuwa hurt mahali nini, but hakuna space ya kudiscuss hizo issues. No. But also politically, around you, politically, the people you're seeing on TV nearly every day are also making very big mistakes, and they're not paying for those mistakes. You get? And these things get into the consciousness of a people. So you're a young person, you're watching, fata budako kupiga na kuna mtu mpiga, ama hakuna consequence. Naona? Masako kugonga na life uendelea tu. Wewe unakuwa expected kuprocess your pain na ukaeni kama usikii uchungu. Unalia na sija kupiga. Unajua? So those things affect the mind. You know, when I got to 28 years old, I came out with my depression story. The first thing I asked myself, I felt so cheated that at this age of my life, nobody has ever taught me how my mind works, what my mind entails, so that I can know how to protect that. Nobody. Walinifunja algebra, nikafunza sijui Pythagoras, sijui kina nani, lakini venye akili yangu ina work, venye akili ya binadamu iko, hakuna mtu alinifunza. Na get. So, nimeget Facebook ilikuja hapa I think 2008, 2009, Twitter around the same time years later. What I theorize is many people now looking for that independence, yeah? Well, like here I can say what I want even without consequences. Yeah. Here now I can take back my power. Here I can validate myself. That's why people post things to other people without caring how it will hurt them. They are validating themselves. Naona, boys ataika kitu, mimi nitareply na ile tiko kwa akili yangu msee, sijali venye itamuaffect. Sasa imagine 50 other people doing the same thing to one person. You get? Iko connected to impunity kwa hii nchi. It is all connected. You see? So if we had a justice system that operated in a healthy manner, even our homes would be different.
It's quite heavy.
No, it's true.
Our homes would be different. But say, wase wangapi wana madwa hapa hivi nje, wao madam say, lakini hata ushtuki. Ndio mtu mwingine mwenye alikutuma, let me give you a short story. Because I talk about men abuse, the abuse men have gone through. And especially sexual abuse that men have gone through, or boys. And a guy reached out to me in my inbox, and he told me, by the way, I've never heard anybody talk. You're the first man I've ever heard talk about this stuff, because it happened to me. Akanishow, yeah, alikuwa sodomized and robbed by people he knew. You see, like sasa venye sasa tunajuana hapa, munikute kwa kona, munigo, yani, sodomized and robbed. He was so angry, he looked for people to go murder those guys.
What?
Yeah. Is real out here. First of all, he felt so violated. First of all, unajua ni machali wengine, unajua? Alafu ni mabeshte zake. Angeweza take it. So alitafuta wase, kana kamada wale majama.
Na
wamedai wako chini sahi. And hiyo kitu bado iko ndani yake. Naona, hiyo heaviness, hiyo bado iko ndani yake. Na the moment aliona tweet yangu, he was like, Buddha, me I need help. You see? So I'm just saying that the political health of a country is directly related to the mental health of its citizens.
Buda na makuta hapa.
Rixpoet
That's a good one. Social justice na mental health zinaenda pamoja. Wow. Juu ukiangalia tu life zetu pali tumetoka, wewe ungekuwa na stress mob kama ungekuwa na stress ya chuo, kama ungekuwa na stress ya kuget opportunities, kama hizo stress zote hizi ungekuwa na kuhitaji kuprocess hizi vitu zote hizi miaka zote, if those things were there, because truth be told, we've also wasted a lot of time in that processing. There were things which if we had the privilege to get, tungehepa. Kuna vitu zingine tungehepa, mistakes zingine tungehepa hapa na pale.
Kama mzee wako ilikuwa wapi? That 20-year-old.
Who did what?
No, the one you were saying that ule mzungu.
That guy.
He got there faster.
Yeah, so he has the opportunity to even do bigger things with his life, to contribute his energy to the world, because he's more settled at an earlier age, and life yake iko poa. So mi nasema hiyo trash wasa wanaleta social media na hiyo uvundo, mi naita uvundo, like iko tu hapo na hiyo uchafu nini. It is not about social media. We cannot just look at it as a social media thing. It is what's happening within us, around us, inside us. What has been happening?
So it's suppressed emotions.
Exactly, and what also happened. Because if I've been growing up in a violent society, violent environment, violent home, I was like, okay, I'm gonna create my account. All that violence that has been coming in, that's what comes out, man. If you're not self-aware, if you haven't processed, that's what comes out.
That's true.
You get? And that's what's coming, because we haven't processed the trauma this country lives in. We haven't processed it, man. 2007, PEV happened hapa hivi.
True.
You get? Stuff mobs really happen. And for the ordinary young person, Kenyan, maybe that is the most violence we have witnessed physically. But our parents have witnessed much more. You get?
92,
which and even 88 kulikuwa na maishu wakati wa Mlolongo system. Na zile masaka zili happen even before that. Zenye zilienda chini ya maji. Sasa wamebeba hizo uchungu zote, wakatuzaa, zikakuwa tu transferred kwetu. Sisi pia tuko na zetu, hakuna mtu anaenda jail for his stuff. Unafikiria relationship zetu zitakuwa poa?
I think what you think about processing is and they say if you don't deal with things that hurt you, you will bleed on people who didn't cut you.
Ati?
If you don't deal with things
Juliani pia uko next.
Uko next.
Mimi nisipate pressure ya strike buda. Mimi sema yangu ya demons. Niko na yangu at least sasa.
I love you, man. No, if you don't deal with things that hurt you, you will bleed on people who didn't cut you.
Right.
Yeah? And it's exactly what he's saying. Yeah. We carry generational trauma. Yeah. And so me, I'll not process the trauma, but I'll act it out on you. You will act it out on him. You'll act it out on his daughter. She'll act it out on another guy. The cycle just continues like that.
Wow. I mean, it's very intense, and I feel like we are not able to exhaust everything, because I think wajamaa wanafaa kukaa chini a little bit more often.
These are the conversations men should be having.
Yeah, because I feel like Said ingekuwa on another day tungekuwa tunaongea juu ya my yanks na leo tuna turn up, which is not bad by the way, but I'm feeling like Juliani told us at one point that kutoka kwa hii conversation una feel umejengwa. Unajua mimi nimelearn my quotes.
Demon.
But I think I've been sharpened to be a better man, and you guys can just give us a parting shot as we almost let these guys go. Remember, the conversation continues. The hashtag is it's okay not to be okay. Please slide into this guy's DMs and Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Just
music kwangu.
Except Juliani. The only way you can get his attention is you tell him you love him. Juliani, parting shot, man.
I think can learn it's processing.
Yeah.
And me, I process things in 4 ways. And so I have a book in it, a masterpiece that is coming out. Okay. And I discuss extensively about this. And kwangu ilikuwa ni I work at things in 4 levels. Is it an opinion? Is it a truth? Is it a fact? Or is it a perspective? And you can and if it's a fact in kama mawe, it's fact. The fact is tumeka hapa sisi wanne. We are 4. You can't, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Perspective ni mse yako pale ataona shadow yake aone maybe hiyo ni perspective. Opinion na mimi nadhani mimi hasa wako 3. Hiyo ni opinion, unaona? But truth is what is iko ndani ya mse. And all truth ni kama fertile soil. Anybody that whoever comes in contact with, it will always grow. Fact ni kama mawe, it will never change. Even if you break it, it will only be another mawe. Opinion ni kama dry soil. I mean mchanga iko juu. Upepo yote nikikama inaweza ibeba. Na perspective ni kama tope. Sasa tukikaa chini, sasa tupigane ni kama tope, and the more tutachafuana even more. So nobody will even come out better. So that's the only thing that I want to leave was.
Thanks, man. Book naitwa Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Should expect it anytime.
In a month's time. It's about processing.
It's about processing. Okay. Rix?
Oh, I would definitely say that you are the one seed that came to this earth, and you want to leave a tree that is healthy and long lasting. Usikuwe confused na miti zingine. Cheki.
To be unique.
Tuko kwa forest lakini usikuwe confused. Kila mti iko na personality yake. Nacheki, siwezi kwa Juliani, huwezi kwa mimi, siwezi kwa wewe. Na hiyo essence uko nayo, like the seed of life that you have, try just make it count. Just that, cause ujui how much mimi sisi venye tumekaa hapa hivi, if you look around, kuna mtu aliinvent hii kiti, kuna mtu alikuwa na idea kwa kichwa yake aseme nataka hii jinika ikai design, hizo viatu nini essence yake Kenya alifikiria, alisema hii kitu itaniletea do, but kuna watu wengi sana itawapatia confidence ama color ama whatever thing, you know, like the way una design life yako, unataka ikuwe na nini kesho, unaona, unataka ilete nini in that moment pia. So don't be confused about the other trees in the forest. Just be the one tree that and just build a habitat, you know, within you, you know, because if you're shining in your true light, people will come and pitch on your leaves. They will come and rest there and they'll feel like it's a home.
100%. I like that, man. Mike?
For me, I think I just want to say thank you so much to the Josiah G. Karaoke Memorial Foundation. I think it's an important opportunity for men to sit down and, you know, talk about things that really matter and add value. But for me, I just want to say to all the young men out there that it is important for you to find what your purpose is. And for you to be able to find out what your purpose is for you to sit and reflect about the things that mean the most to you and the things that can add the most value to you. And those are not necessarily what everybody else around you is doing. It's for you to do. Just sit, call yourself to a meeting, ask yourself, you know, where it is you want to go in life, what are some of the things that you want to do, and, you know, what you're willing to do to get to where it is you want to go. But also the fact that it is okay to not be okay. And I think that's one of the things that we're talking about here, that, you know, it is okay to struggle, it's okay to fail, it's okay to go through heartache, heartbreak, all those things. And that doesn't make you any less of a man.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, confronting those demons, accepting that you have them, and then trying to deal with them, that makes you even more of a man than somebody who decides to shy away and hide and pretend that everything is okay. So it's okay not to be okay. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out. It's okay to talk about what you're going through. And, you know, it's part of growing up. We all carry demons. We all carry challenges. How you face them and how you deal with them is what determines the kind of man you are.
100%. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys are expecting a deep quote from me, I didn't prepare for today. But what I want to say is... Checks
are in the mail. That's a good quote.
Checks are in the mail. But I want to say that I'm happy. Thank you, guys. Because... I was coming to this discussion not really as a moderator, but also a gentleman that wanted to learn. I've been built. Some of you guys have really gone way ahead of us when it comes to age, career, opportunities, etc. And listening to how you guys talk about your challenges and how you handle them, I think it's something that's very valuable. And for you that's probably watching us out there and you're like, you know what, I love what the conversation that's happening. Please, at the end of this broadcast, there's going to be a toll-free number. Feel free to call that number. There'll be always somebody on the other side that's more than willing to talk to you and just to offer you help. And you feel like you're probably at the end of the road. Please just reach out, hang in there a little bit longer, and reach out to most of us and just tell us this is what you're going through. And definitely we will try as much as possible to link you up with as much help as we can. From us, we want to say asanteni sana. Thank you for keeping us company for the last around 1 hour, 15 minutes thereabout. We will definitely try and do this a lot more often, and just to ensure that we gentlemen have forums and platforms where we can discuss a little bit more when it comes to our lives. From us, tunasema asante, kwaheri, cheers. Remember the hashtag is it's okay not to be okay. And please, like, forget what Juliani said about following. You need to follow our social media, by the way. JGKM. So that's where you definitely get a little bit more about the trainings that we hold, the seminars that we organize, the football tournaments that we have that are happening, the charity donations that we tend to have at the end of the year, especially around December this year. So from us, thank you so much. God bless you, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow.
Sometimes you feel like your life has hit a wall. Like it can all come crashing down. Everything seems stark, bleak, dark, and probably hopeless. You don't know what to do or where to turn. Hi.
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 Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I've been there.
I've tasted the darkness.
And I know how it feels. This black hole that you can't seem to escape from. I just want you to know that it's not all lost.
No matter what it feels like.
There's help. There's hope.
And you're never alone.
Remember, it's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.